Hell to Pay, Book 2 of the Harvesters series. Written by Luke R. Mitchell. Narrated by Stephen Barnett. Prologue. Halden Raish leaned forward, steepled his fingers in a decidedly masterly pose, and surveyed the two combatants before him. Elise arched a raven-black eyebrow at him. He ignored it. Again. Elise dipped deep into her personal vat of sarcasm and threw him the salute she found there. He hid his decidedly unmasterly smile behind the steeple of his fingers. Elise turned, all grace and deadly beauty, to square off against her opponent, a slim man with suave features and dark hair peppered with gray. Alton Parker looked to be in his early 40s. He wasn't. "Begin," Halden said. Elise rolled her shoulders, sank into a ready stance, and raised a hand to Alton in invitation. For several seconds, Alton only watched, unmoving. Then he sprang forward to throw a sweeping punch at Elise's head. She sidestepped the blow, then ducked the follow-up backhand, wasting nothing with her movements. She really was a sight to behold, especially in the heat of combat. Alton threw a series of jabs, and Elise handled those just as fluidly, turning each one aside with crisp precision, always redirecting, never outright blocking, just like they'd practiced. She stepped outside of the last punch, pushing the blow past her. She yanked the dark polymer practice knife from her belt and plunged it at Alton's face. Alton twisted and dropped his head out of harm's way, then swept a kick at Elise's thigh. It wasn't a particularly well-aimed kick, but coming from Alton, it would still be plenty dangerous. Elise turned through a tight aerial that took her over the kick and left her face to face with Alton. He darted forward before her boots touched the deck. Elise only barely managed to throw herself aside in time to avoid his grab. Too close. That was his cue. Halden plucked the clunky pistol from his lap. Ahead, Elise pulled out of her evasive roll in a ready crouch, wary blue eyes fixed on Alton. He pointed the gun at her and pulled the trigger. Elise's hand was already flying up when the gun gave a sharp, cracking puff. There was a blur of motion, and then a squishy blue dart pulled to a halt a few inches from Elise's open palm, hovering in midair. Halden almost laughed at the surprised expression on her face, but then Alton lunged for her with a low growl. Elise's other hand...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?